Beloved, you are welcome to another edition of Wisdom Nuggets. I've been talking to you about hypocrisy. That is something you shouldn't do or you shouldn't be. Because in God's eyes, it is a shame to be a hypocrite. Because hypocrites live to please human beings. They don't think about what they do. The eyes of hypocrites only watch human beings about how to deceive them, outwit them, or take advantage of them. So they don't actually think about God, that He will expose them. Because they are watching fellow human beings, they forget that God's eyes are also watching them, and He will expose them. So don't be a hypocrite. I've been telling you that you will be exposed. And in the last episode, I've been using funeral to expose the hypocrisy of people. They claim to be worshippers of God. But when it comes to funeral, you will see them mixing what they are not supposed to mix. You will see them displaying hypocrisy at the highest level. Big time hypocrisy. They behave as if they can be here to do traditional or cultural things, and at the same time come to church or the house of God to pretend to be Christians. So today, I'm still at the funeral grounds. And I'm talking about two things today. The first thing is that at the funeral grounds, something goes on in Africa or at the Ghanaian funerals that I would never understand. I cannot fathom why they do that. What is it? After the burial of the dead person, they come back at the funeral grounds to continue with their celebration. And listen, is it about someone who is dead? Is it about that? Yes. Then they are playing enjoyable songs. Danceable songs. The same songs that when people are happy, they play, are the same songs they play at the funeral grounds. And this is what shocks me, that I would never understand. The widow whose husband is dead, or the one who has lost a dear one, is led by some women, and they are playing danceable songs, enjoyable songs, and they are dancing. Dancing about what? Why should I dance? And why should you dance? Why? You lost someone. Hello? You lost someone. Is it enjoyable? But they are playing the same songs that are played at parties, at the funeral grounds. So do you know something? I call funerals parties of demons. Know who said that? Funerals are parties of demons. It is my own observation and description. If it's not so, why are you dancing? Especially when the person died painfully and didn't go to God. According to how the person died, he went to hell. But because of hypocrisy, some people will pretend as if they don't know where the person went. But if you actually know that the person went to hell, why are you dancing? Why? Why are you dancing? You see the party of demons? When someone died and went to hell and you are happy, it means that, hey, you are a demonic person. You are either a witch or a wizard. You are happy that someone died and went to hell. If it's not so, you will never dance. But at the funerals, typical Ghanaian funerals, it shocks me. I can't fathom that. When you go home, after everything, let's say you are a woman, you lost your husband, you will come home alone. If even you have children, you will sit down one day and the memories will come back. So why are you dancing? That is hypocrisy. Do you know the hypocrisy and why I say I cannot fathom why they dance? You were crying moments ago at the cemetery or before the person was taken to the cemetery. You were crying, weeping. Then, some hours later, you are dancing. Dancing about what? Dancing about what? Dancing, joyful dancing should be at the funeral, where the person died. And I can say, I can testify, or the genuine man of God can testify that the dead person went to God. It is at this funeral that people should dance. Let me tell you a deep secret. Dancing comes in when you have won. You'll be in a dancing mood. You'll be in a joyous mood because you are victorious. That is when dancing comes in. Know who told you that? So on God's side, God's people dance when we are victorious over the enemy. The enemy plots something and God takes us out. We dance because we defeated the enemy. So when God took Israel out of Egypt, and Pharaoh and his army pursued them, and God parted the Red Sea and they passed through on dry land. After that, Miriam joined the women. She led the women and they were singing praises to God. They were victorious over the Egyptians. So on God's side, God's people were victorious. They were dancing. So we dance because of victory. On the other side, demon's side, when someone goes to heaven, they will never dance. I'm telling you for a fact. They have lost someone. So when someone goes to heaven, we dance. Christians dance because there is joy in heaven. A soul entered the gates of heaven. That is victory. It's a victorious mode, I tell you. There is joy in heaven. The Bible says that when a sinner repents or is saved, there is joy in heaven. So if you die and you go to heaven, my God, it's a big, 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 big breakthrough. So when someone goes to heaven, demons would never, never dance. But if you see demons dancing and jumping, running around, somersaulting, that means they also won. I told you that dancing comes in when you have won. So if demons are dancing, then they won. What have they won? They got someone to their side. So at the funeral grounds, if some people are dancing and are very happy, they belong to demons. They got someone to their side. What they are saying spiritually is that, aha, we got him. We got him. He didn't go to heaven. He came to us. That is the secret. And I told you that. That is what you don't know. When dancing comes into something, it has to be with joy. It has to be with victory. Either on God's side or on demons' side. So at the funeral, if you dance, you are telling me that you have won. And if the person went to hell and you are dancing, hey, you are telling me that you won. Oh. So you must be a demonic person. You are happy for demons. That is why you are dancing. If your husband died and you are dancing, hey, woman, you are happy your husband went to hell. You are happy that the person came to your side, the demonic side. That is why you'll be dancing. So, if you go to any funeral and you know that the person was a sinner, how will you know? Let me give you some small tidbits. The person drank alcohol. No alcoholic person will go to heaven. The person was a womanizer. These two things, I'm only giving you two things. He went to hell. And you are dancing, you are happy that the person went to hell. Those who are sad will never dance because they know that they lost someone. So let me tell you this. When someone dies and demons are dancing, it means they won. They got someone to their side. So when someone dies and there's silence in heaven, it means there's sorrow, there's sadness in heaven because they lost that person. That is the secret, the deep secret I've revealed to you today. The next thing that I'm talking about today has to do with Thanksgiving. After the funeral, they served alcohol, they performed rituals, they performed traditional things that go against the principles of God. They did all sorts of abominable things. Then on Sunday, they say, we are going to thank God. Thank God for what? Ask yourself. And you, the pastor, you allow them to come and stand in front of the people and say, they say they are going to thank God. Thank God for what? Normally, this is what they say. We thank God that the funeral went peacefully. Everything went peacefully. Fine. Are you thanking God that the people drank and booze and no one fought? So you are thanking God that some people got girlfriends and there was no incident. So you are thanking God that you called on ancestral spirits and they came and supported you and nothing happened. Is that what you are coming to thank God about? Is that what you are coming to thank God about or for? Have you seen the hypocrisy? You went at a funeral doing all sorts of things that God hates. Then you come to his house again and say, you want to thank God. Me, I'll ask you, what do you want to thank God for? You see the shame. Hypocrites shame themselves before God and his true children. That is why I say you should never, never be a hypocrite. Odofo, asemu amegusu kanise. Nyachum ye di enye. Na nyachum yeno. Eyenim guasye pa. Esanse. Nyachum fo. Omdu omani ehe nipa. Ena omuso nipa nintino. Eya no omore fise. Nyankopon so aniwa ehwe wo. Ti omu gu omu ani mo ase. Etre nyame a. Omu hu. De hiye nyachum ni se. Esanse o ni penti. Opese oso nipa ni. Opese odada nipa. Ena opese ofe nipa so nya de ope. Eno nti no we nyachum. Mo de okan se mi kira o. Mesi esanse nyachum ni eni hwe nipa nti. Opese oso nipa ni. Opese odada nipa. Opese ofe nipa so enya de ope. Tinere fi se ni wa foforo ehwe. Nanu na ne me ka se migusu awa yiye no ase a eniema mienu bi soso egusu ko so ha me ka ho asem na ba ko di kan me ka ho asem o puto ka asem ne se me se menti ase da nenti ase so ni eni se ubi bi ewo na o ma bonyum no musa enche bia na funu da ho usu twa juti se de asem ne wa reho pa ye tam no kosie ni baya ni abodum na yesi bia okunafo no ye mfre no ne binum di na chi ba na omo besa o sa se de o sa afade ho o yakosie na banti na ekosie obi ba ye besa ya no yekosie nipa ba yebesa ana yebedwen bebia nipa no yekosie ne ko eho adwen pa yekosie obi ba esese yedwen no anya no na nipa dwen enu ne se enti edisa nipa yewu afrasasi so na yin ogo anko abetra odin na obisa on say nti miso say e basa me kwa miso me kwa yin e misasa ne mom atiti seven na ese o koni na bi krom no e ho no odwin dia o yesre nti yakosi obi aba o be sase o sase e de ben na asia osa na me kan obrofo kase me say so una sape ekiren kunimdie asa ekiren kunimdie enunti me kan say wa bre nyame koyi Israel for free Egypt no na odi omo besia kwa ohene Pharaoh eni na srafo tawo mo so na eye Israel for adwin say yewu la fedi apukoko no ne abegyen ne abeden ne nyame ka kire Israel for say Misraim foi ana say Egypt foi a muhu onei muhu onbio fawda sipolum na purba pai mienu na Israel for nam asase so ewie ne katom nyame kapo no tom e ma tamfo no wuwom omo chapuru ye na Moses ni aba Miriam okuta tambourine eno ne ma no kunimdie kwa nyame apipe me no amaye no obodi asa eni ayidom kwa yadim kunim atamfo so won say me say asaba ekiren kunimdie enti se obiu na wo sa o pesa jese ya no o pesa jese minti ase da se ukuna wu yakosie no ye ba si ha ye de awre ho kran se enyum na o mo boni ye wi asenyum o so ye kristoni ye bo wi asenyum no mo se wi asenyum no enije ba sa anyum kro na no mo bono ye bono ye na se nti me ka sunsun mu ehintase bi a kyerɛw sɛ nyame nkrɔfo ana heaven so obi wukɔ a enije si hɔ papa esanse okra bi ewura heaven pronom apofo die o se sai ye o yase ene se sa esie ne se obi na onim so okɔ heaven a ye o yase ne esa ye di otamfo so nkonim enti so obi na se onim pa se okɔ obonsam janum ana se janu a enum danum na obede na obehunu me kan obrofo kase mu se me ma onema me no pe onum nsa obodwaman ene wanko nyame nchen na se wo sa adamoni na woni agido enti wo awusa no we beifo we are bembonsam. Eyo desa ukune wu. Eyo desa oyere wu. Eyo desa ubane wu. Tina hosan. Nesa damo ni besapa huri. Echeze obia ba omususu afa. Ye nyano. Okase ko obeko heaven wabaha. Inti asa. Hintasem. Enene. Makachira wo. Honipa okachira wo. Nyame. Ona ka hintasem kyerɛ me na maka bi akyerɛ wo enti ayiye bia wobɛkɔ a nipa no kɔ bonsam gyem na yɛsa no ɛyɛ abayifo ani agye ahomɔne ani agye nti na meka kyerɛ wo sɛ mefrɛ ayiye yɛ adamɔ ne apontoɔ nti a mefrɛ no adamɔ ne apontoɔ na makyerɛ mu yi ɔmɔne agye yɛnyɛ obi abayafa na sɛ wonyɛ nyatwom ɛna nkata mafunu no da hɔ no bra funu no da hɔ yi yɛ wo nana woso yi ɛnyɛ wo nana woso akɔgya ɔhwene mu nsuo bebrebe yi na ɛnyɛ wo a yɛkɔsie funu no baa wasa bɛgyina ha ɛsa wo yɛ nwanwa papa wo sɛ woyɛ nyatwom wo yɛ nwanwa na odi asa no eto nkyɛn a de toso mienu ne aseda kwasiada na nkrɔfo kroye a de ɔmo yɛ wɔ yi ase a makeka kyerɛ wi na ɔmo bɛgyina sɔrɔ dɛm ɔmo sɛ ɔmo bɛda Awurade ase na mebisa sɛ wobɛda Awurade ase wɔ deɛ ho ɛyɛ a ɔmo se sɛ yɛakɔsie no bɔne bi aba ade a moyɛ wɔ no asie no nti ɛna kyerɛ sɛ bɔne bi aba sie no nkwanti a wura fidie moyɛ wɔ enti mebisa wo sɛ mobɛda Awurade ase twɛn kyerɛ sɛ mobɛda Awurade ase sɛ mofrɛfrɛ mo nananom abosom ɛne nsamanfoɔ honhom ɛba hɔ na ntɔkwansi moma nkɔfoɔ nsa nomyɛ wɔmunya mmaa ɛne wɔn da bɔ adwaman na obiara mpina ɛne ne yera nko ntɔkwa ɛne wɔn aseda na mobɛda yi saa enti deɛ mokɔyɛ wɔ wei wosan bɛ Nyame fie bɛda no ase wo sɛ woyɛ nyatwom enti deɛ woyɛ wɔ no na woyɛ kristoni anaasɛ woyɛ wiaseni anaa woyɛ tetefoɔ no bia hwɛyie nyatwom yɛ de nipa bebree ɛkɔ gyam wate sɛ wo so yɛ kristoni a yɛ kristoni wɔ yi ase na nipa mfa animonyam ɛma Awurade nyatwom yɛ de ɛnyɛ kora ɛyɛ ne wu ɔho sɛ nsɛm a meyi pie ama w'anim agu ase papapapa wɔ Nyame anim. So beloved, this is my message today. That is the wisdom I want you to have. Don't be a hypocrite at funerals. If you say you are a worshipper of God, stop shattering between two behaviors, two beliefs. Stop that. Let people see that you are a true Christian. When someone didn't go to God, I will feel sad. I will not dance because that will be the mood in heaven. When someone dies and goes to hell, the mood in heaven is quiet. We lost someone. That is the posture. That will be the demeanor of a true Christian. That, oh, we lost this person. If you dance after weeping some few hours before, you are a big hypocrite. The weeping was not real. The weeping was not genuine. Because if you really know that you lost someone mysteriously, painfully on this earth, for the person to burn forever in hell, you will never, never, never dance. You will not display your hypocrisy at the funeral grounds and also go to church on Sunday and say, I'm going to thank God. God will ask you, what are you coming to thank me for? Because I saw you at the funeral grounds calling for your ancestors. I saw you at the funeral grounds serving alcohol. I saw you at the funeral grounds displaying cultural and ritualistic things. What will you say? That is why I say you shouldn't be a hypocrite. So take cues and be wise and never be a hypocrite. I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.